All right, so you're looking for a plan to like actually build muscle and lose fat. And I'm talking in 12 weeks. Not just theory. Uh, you want a gym plan with like sets and reps, the whole shebang.
Exactly. You want something concrete.
Totally. And you've come to the right place.
You got it.
We're diving deep into this how to build muscle and lose fat in 12 weeks, the ultimate gym plan thing. Hopefully it lives up to that ultimate title, right?
Well, what I like so far is that it recognizes everyone is different. You can't just have one plan and expect it to work for, like, someone who's never touched a dumbbell, A&D, someone who's practically a gym superhero.
Yeah, that'd be chaos. So multiple plans then.
It's got 3 versions,
Oh,
actually.
okay, getting fancy. So someone listening, how do they even know where to start?
It's all based on experience level, which
Yeah.
is smart. Beginner, intermediate, all the way up to if you're benching small cars.
Okay, I'm liking this already. But before we all run off to, I guess, bench those cars, let's get the big picture. What's the philosophy behind this whole thing?
So it's all about structure. This plan really emphasizes training blocks. Progressive overload is huge EE, too.
Ah, the old add more weight each week trick, right? I've heard of that.
You got it. But they stress that rest and recovery are just as important.
Okay, so it's not just about going all out every single day.
Nope. You got to be strategic about it. Like, this is where things get cool, especially for beginners. They talk about this thing called minimum effective training volume, or MEV.
MEV. Sounds intense.
It's actually the opposite. Imagine you're building a house. You wouldn't just throw all the bricks at it at once, would you?
That's one way to do it, I guess, but not very effective.
Exactly. You need the minimum number, but in the right spots to make it strong. MEV is like that, but for your muscles.
So I'm not slacking off if I'm not, like, sore every day.
Not at all. Beginners, they recommend starting with 10 sets per muscle group per week.
Okay, that sounds doable, but how does that actually, like, work?
Say it's leg day, right? Instead of doing all 10 sets in one brutal session, you spread it out. Maybe 2 sets on Monday, 4 on Wednesday, another 4 on Friday.
Giving those muscles a break.
Yep. It's about recovery and letting your body actually rebuild.
So working smarter, not just harder. I like the sound of that.
That's the name of the game.
So with this whole MEV thing, you're saying even us regular folks, we can make progress without, like, moving into the gym.
You got it. Consistency is key, but it's quality over quantity, especially at first.
Okay, that makes me feel better about my once-a-week gym trips right now.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere. But let's say you've been at it a while, feeling good. That's where these other versions come in.
You mean versions 2 and 3? Time to level up.
Now you're talking. Version 2 is for anyone who's, not a beginner anymore. It ups the volume a little faster.
Faster. Like, how much faster are we
Right.
talking?
It still starts you off reasonable, maybe 10 to 14 sets per week, but by week 9, you're hitting 20 to 22.
Okay, yeah, that's getting up there.
It's getting serious. But the plan's not dumb. It builds in more deload weeks as you go to make sure you're recovering right.
Makes sense. Can't just keep adding weight forever, right?
Your body needs a break. Speaking of breaks, version 3. This is where things get really interesting.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Version 3, lay it on me.
So this one's all about fine-tuning with something called rate of perceived exertion, or RPE for short.
RPE. That's like how hard it feels, right? Not just counting reps.
Exactly. It's way more about listening to your body. Think of it like a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay, 1 being I'm on the couch eating chips.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And 10 is I can't possibly lift this weight another inch. You're aiming for somewhere in between.
So instead of 3 sets of 10, it's get to an 8 on the how much do I want to die scale.
Laughing. You could put it that way. But it's actually really smart because it makes sure you're pushing your actual limit each time.
No more sandbagging it. Although, wouldn't that take some practice to figure out? Knowing your own RPE.
Totally. Which is why this version is for the more seasoned lifters. You've got to know your body pretty well.
Makes sense. So 3 versions based on how hardcore you are.
Mm-hmm.
But are there, like, any universal rules, things everyone should know?
100%. This plan is big on customizing. It's not just do this, then that, cookie cutter stuff.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried for a second there.
It stresses focusing your volume on the muscle groups you want to grow.
So, like, if I want bigger biceps, more arm work, less, I don't know, calves.
You got it. You can even maintain muscles you are happy with, just using fewer sets.
So it's all about being, like, efficient.
Totally.
Yeah.
And they're big on avoiding plateaus. Our bodies adapt, so you got to keep things interesting.
So switching up the routine is a good thing.
Exactly. Keeps your muscles guessing. Oh, and probably the most important thing, prioritize rest. Don't burn out.
Rest. But I thought this was fitness.
It is, but rest is where the magic happens. It's when your body actually repairs those tiny muscle tears and builds new tissue.
So rest day is actually me, like, becoming superhuman.
Think of it like that. You're recharging so you can come back even stronger.
Okay, fine. Rest is cool. Speaking of recharging, this plan mentions something called deloading. What is that exactly? Deloading. Okay, it's a word.
It's one of those things, everyone kind of knows about it, but no one's really sure what it means.
Exactly. So break it down for us. What is deloading, really?
Think of it this way. You wouldn't drive your car like flat out all the time, never stopping for gas.
Or like an oil change. That'd be a bad time.
Exactly. Your body, it's the same way. Deloading is that pit stop. You're letting everything recover.
So you saying skipping leg day is like actually good sometimes?
It can be, if it's planned, right? It's about reducing that training volume, giving yourself a break.
So you don't lose progress, you just kind of hit pause for a sec.
More like a fast forward, because you come back stronger.
This plan, it suggests deloading every few weeks.
Every few weeks. Isn't that like a lot?
Depends. Beginners, maybe only once during the whole 12 weeks. But someone more advanced could be every 2, maybe 3 weeks even.
Okay, starting to make sense. But what does it actually look like in the gym? Am I just like using the tiny dumbbells? You could. Or, drop your usual weight maybe by half, do fewer sets, fewer reps. Some people even swap to like just cardio on a deload week.
So there's options. It's not just one right way.
Exactly. Listen to your body, figure out what feels right.
I like that. But I got to be honest, the idea of taking a step back, even if it's good for me, it's tough.
It's that whole no pain, no gain thing, right?
Yeah.
We're told to push, push, push.
All the time.
But trust me, deloading, that's not weakness, it's smart training.
Yeah.
You gotta play the long game.
So like to go faster, you got to slow down sometimes.
100%. This whole plan, the structure, the rest, the deloading, it's about working with your body, not against it.
So find that balance. Push
Yeah.
yourself, but like be nice to yourself too.
Exactly. That's how you actually see results long term.
So there you have it. We dove deep into this 12-week plan. We talked MEV, RPE, even deloading, all that good stuff.
And remember, this isn't about following something blindly. It's about taking control, understanding the why so you can make the plan work for you.
That's the goal. And as always, thanks for listening. Until next time, happy training.